Hello, this is the essential routine for January 2023. Come stand in parallel. You're going to place your right hand on your sacrum, your left hand on your right hand. Spine is long and tall, core is strong, and keeping on neutral spine, we go into a set of parallel squats. 10 and 9. Weight goes into the heels, sitting back at the hip, driving to standing, pushing through the heels to get some work into the buttocks. Remember to stand up beautifully tall in between each repetition for 4 and stand, 3 and stand. Last 2. Now on the last one, we're going to hold our squat. We're counting 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Driving through to standing, swinging your right leg. Arms go in opposition. Go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Releasing from your swing. Wide leg squat. Right arm over left. Knees go out as you squat and stand. 2 and stand. 3 and stand. 4. 5 more wide squats. It should feel like a stretch for your inner thigh when you're down in the bottom of the squat. 3 more. We've got a super move coming up for our shoulder joint next. It's called undressing the spine, and it's really quite a functional one. When we finish the last one, step to your parallel position, then just imagine you're taking off your top and just let your arms work in the way that they want to go. Now, because it's winter, we've got loads of layers on, so it's going to take us at least 4 tops, maybe 5, to get all of our clothes off. We'll make this our last one. That was definitely 6, never mind 5 or 4. Okay, and then with your right leg as your front leg, your left leg as your back leg, a static lunge for a set of 10. Push up, 9, and up. When you lunge, try to make sure that you're going straight down and straight up, so your torso stays beautifully upright and you're not getting any forwards lean at your hip as you go down into your lunge. Last 2 and last 1. Releasing for your balance challenge. And for your balance challenge, you're going to try to do a standing clamp. Now, if you're a bit rubbish at balance like I am, you can have your toe on the floor, okay? So in your bent knee position, toe on the floor. Arms are doing rotation as well as your leg. So you've got a nice dumbwaiter rotation, and then that leg is turning out and in. If you're good at balancing, you're taking your hand up your leg. See, I told you I was rubbish at balance. You're going out and in. I'm making a right dog's dinner of this. We go one more. And then we'll release. Okay, we're going to do everything that we've just done, but with our left leg and our left arm. So you're going to put your left hand on your sacrum, and your right hand on your left hand. We'll squat. I'm better at squats than I am at standing on one leg. For 10, drive up, and 9, drive up, 8, 7. Weight into your heels as always, sitting back at the hips. Use a clench of your buttocks to get you up to standing for 4 more, and 3. Last 2, and then on the last one, sit into squat, hold it. Count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Drive to standing, left leg swinging. So as your left leg goes back, your left arm goes forwards for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. And then you're going wide stance for your wide leg squats. Crossing your arms the opposite way, so the way that you don't want to cross them over. We'll squat. 10, drive up, 9, 8. We want a nice vigorous warm up because it's quite cold. We want to get warm enough that we can take some of our clothes off. So we're 5 more and up. 4, 3, 2 Last one, step into parallel foot, undressing the spine. So not the way that you want to do it, the opposite way. We're peeling off the layers. There's our outer layer for 6 and 5 and 4. Really leads with the elbows. Imagine that you're trying to pull that top off over your head. 4, 3 and 2 and last one. And then static lunges with your left leg as your front leg. We will pop a little bit of a treat in for you and do some tightrope rotations in a moment. So 5 more, and 4, and 3. I'll see if I'm any better at standing on my other leg to do the clamp next. 2, last one. All right, so we are standing on our right leg and you're doing your clamp with your left leg. So if, like me, your balance is rubbish, put your toe on the floor, okay? If you're starting to challenge your balance, then your toe is on your calf as you do your rotations. Say to me, get me left ankle, I just can't stand on my left leg. We'll make these our last 3 and 2, and then final one, releasing down. Okay, so slightly wrong order for tightrope rotations. Left in front of right, we'll twist. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then we'll reverse it right in front of left and twist. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release. Using lunge as a functional movement to get to the mat for cat stretch. 4-point position, hands under shoulders, knees underneath hips. As you breathe out, flex the spine, pushing the mat away from you. As you breathe in, extend the spine. Exhale, flex. Inhale, exhale, flex. Inhale, extend. We'll do that one more time. Exhale, flex, and inhale, extend. Transition down to the mat, lying onto your tummy for static glutes. Place your hands underneath your forehead. Your legs are parallel and your toes are tucked under. So I want you to squeeze your bum and tighten your thighs. Hold for the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Let's go again. Clench your bum, tighten your thighs, holding. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing back down. We're going to go one more time. Clench your bum, tighten your thighs. Now this is a really, really good exercise to practice for how hard your legs should be working when you're in plank position. Holding 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing your legs, and you can relax your toes down. Arms go to W. We're doing some scapular work. And in this position, our scapular retractions, as we raise our arms, they're going to work quite hard because they're having to lift the weight of the arms against gravity. So we squeeze shoulder blades together for 4 more. And 3. Last 2. Last 1. And should we keep them lifted and hold? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the arms down. We now get to do a lovely little bit of extension with Cobra. Put your hands in a position that feels good for you. Start from the top of your spine, and as you're exhaling, peel off the mat towards the bottom of your spine, coming up into a passive extension. As you inhale, release from the bottom towards the top of the spine, returning down to the mat. Exhale, up into extension. Inhale, back down to the mat. Exhale, up to extension. Inhale, down to the mat. Final time through with our lovely little mini cobras before sitting back into shell stretch. Once we're in shell stretch position, we're going to focus on our breathing. Nice big deep breath into the bottom and out to the sides of your rib cage. Try to make the ribcage expand as your lungs inflate maximally, and then recoil as you breathe out. One more cycle of breath in and out in the shell stretch position. Transitioning from shell to seated to do the spine twist. We're sitting with long straight legs and feet flexed, but if you do need to change the position of your legs, you can bend your knees. We're twisting right for 3, 2, 1. Change left, twist 3, 2, 1. Change right, twist 3, 2, 1. Last time to the left, twist 3, 2, 1. When we come back to center, release the arms, hip rotator stretch, right leg as your bent leg, crossed over left leg unless you've got a replacement, look over your right shoulder. If you have a replacement, stays on the same side. And then we're going to reverse that stretch and do hip rotator stretch, opposite way round. Beautiful tall spine, both of our sitting bones anchored as we pull that knee in. Okay, so we're sitting into our mermaid position. Now, mermaid puts the outside leg into medial rotation, the bottom leg into lateral rotation. For most of us, our pelvis is at an angle, so we're already bent that way. So that means that it's harder to bend the way that you're already bent because you're already bent that way. So we'll go hard stretch, easy stretch. As you're doing your side stretches, elbow stays long. And we're going one more time in each direction with our mermaid stretches before doing sideline spine rotations. So we need a block to pop underneath our head. The variation of the arm line that we're using is the straight arm for our rotations, and we're in side lying with the arms extended. Spine's neutral, gaze is straight ahead. Remember, it's quite important to make sure that your head and neck are in the right place, so don't be tempted to look down to your knees when you're in this position. Reach to the ceiling, exhale, twist, inhale, hold, and exhale, close. Engage the core as you breathe in. Reach to the ceiling, look at the hand, twist, keep looking at the hand. Hold the end point, breath in, and breath out, close. Engage the core, reach to the ceiling, looking at the hand, exhale, twist, inhale, hold, and exhale, close. Last time through, engaging the core, reaching to the ceiling, exhale to twist, inhale to hold, and exhale, close. Cross the arms. With your top leg, I would like you very much to come up into hip abduction and then straighten to hip extension. Bend the leg to hip flexion and straighten to hip extension. Bend to hip flexion, straighten to hip extension, bend to hip flexion, straighten to hip extension. Make sure that your leg is staying at the same height as you come in and out of your hip flexion and hip extension. And this time when you get to your hip extension, we're going to hold it and point the toe. Circle the leg from the hip, not the ankle, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse the circle from the hip, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the leg. Give the hip a rub and a bit of a stretch for the front of your thigh with your side lying quadriceps stretch. We'll be lying on our back for our ab prep exercise next. It's important, if you need a head pad, that you use one. You don't want to be using the big pad that you've had underneath your head for those side lying exercises, but perhaps you need a smaller one. So our setup is crook lying with our pelvis and spine in neutral, collarbones long, arms down by the side. We take a breath in to engage the core, and we lengthen through the back with our back of the neck with our chin tuck movement. Maintaining the chin tuck, maintaining the core connection, we exhale, raise. Lifting just high enough to get your shoulder blades off the floor. We inhale, hold, and exhale, lower. Again, engage the core, rock the head. Keep the head in the rock position. Lead with the forehead as you raise. Inhale, hold. Check the abs are flat. You're not bulging or separating. Inhale, hold. And exhale, lower. Engaging the core, rocking the head. Exhale, raise. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. 3 more to go. Engage the core, rock the head. Exhale, raise. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. Engage the core, rock the head. Exhale, raise. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. So last time through, remember ab prep teaches us where our head, shoulder blades, pelvis and spine should be as one of our baseline exercises. For everything else that comes harder than it, such as the 100, the single leg stretch, the double leg stretch, the slow double leg stretch, the hamstring scissors. This is where it's all at. We're releasing down to go to rotational stretch. The legs are extended, the arms are out to the sides in a T position. We bring right leg to tabletop and take it over to the left hand side. Turn your head so you're looking away from your hand, increasing the rotation through the spine. We'll hold for 4 more, 3, 2 and 1, releasing out of the stretch and reversing it, left over right, head going left. Remember, this stretch is multi-dimensional. You may feel stretch in your buttock, you may feel stretch in your spine, you may feel stretch across the front of the shoulder joint. We'll hold for 4, 3, 2 and 1, and then when we release, we come back to our crook line position. Pelvis and spine in neutral, keeping the abdominal wall flat, the scapula retracted and the arms pressed flat to the floor. We bring our legs into tabletop and out of tabletop. Change the lead leg into tabletop and out of tabletop. Continue working on your knee folds into and out of tabletop. I want you to notice your head and your neck placement. Are you able to keep your head in the chin tuck position so that the back of the neck is lengthened as you're doing your knee folds? Or have you inadvertently gone into a chin poke position and exaggerated that curve in the back of your neck? We're going to hold the tabletop position and work the single leg stretch variation where the head stays down. So rock head to chin tuck and keep that length in the back of the neck. Both hands to the right leg, abdominals flat. Straighten left, change right, change left, change right. Change left, change right, change left, change right. This should feel like your tummy muscles are working quite hard as you do your leg changes for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Come back to tabletop legs and hold it there. Don't put your feet down. Take your hands, place them behind your head and raise yourself to the top of the ab prep position. Okay, single leg stretch with rotation, and it's the front of your shoulder joint that is rotating to your bent knee. So right knee is bent knee, left leg straight, left shoulder, twist 1, change 2, change 3, change 4, change 5, change 6, change 7, change 8, change 9, change 10, 11 and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 is the last one for now. Releasing to hip flexor stretch, bringing your knee towards your chest. Pelvis goes backwards, lumbar spine flattens to the floor, and the stretch is on the hip of the straight leg. We'll release and change legs, coming to hip flexor stretch, opposite side. And then we'll release for hamstring stretch. Now this needs to feel like it's uncomfortable, and we do want to support the leg when it's in the hamstring stretch position. So the leg's allowed to relax into the stretch. We'll switch and change. And now that we've stretched our hamstrings out, we can have a lovely little bit of shoulder bridge. We're going to use some spine articulation to get into bridge. So your feet are planted, legs are parallel, arms are down by the side. If you have had a head pad, remove it now. Take a breath in, engage your core. On the breath out, articulate the spine to the top of the bridge position and stay there. Very, very subtle weight shift. So all of your weight is on one foot. If you can, bring the unloaded leg to tabletop. Release your unloaded leg down. Very, very subtle weight shift onto it. If you can, bring your other unloaded leg into tabletop. Release it down. Weight even between both of your feet. Roll out of your bridge. We're going to do that again. Roll into bridge, changing your leading leg, taking your weight onto one foot. Now you don't have to come to tabletop with your unloaded leg. It is sufficient to take your weight onto one leg. You try not to drop out of the bridge when you are in it. We'll release and take the weight onto the other leg. Again, optional knee fold, release and spine articulation out of bridge. 100 at tabletop with your pelvis and spine in neutral. Your core muscles engaged to support the neutral. Come to tabletop, making sure the abdominal wall stays flat. Lengthen through the back of the neck with chin tuck. Raise your head and shoulder blades off the mat. You should see the abdominal wall. It should still be flat. Arm beats, breath. In 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 10. In 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 20. In 2, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 20. In 2, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 30. In 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 40. In 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 4, 50. In 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 60. In 2, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 70. In 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 80. In 2, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 90. In 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 100 and release. Sideline spine rotations. Opposite way round. I've just pivoted my feet and my head to other ends of the mat. So we're in our right angle position with our legs, our straight position with our arms. We take a breath in, engage and reach. Breath out and twist. Hold the end point of the twist. Take a breath in and breath out, close and return. When you do your rotations, the idea is that you are trying to get your upper back to move as much as it will, but your pelvis and your legs are staying still. They provide the point that you can stretch away from as you move into your rotations. It is quite common to get more movement as you get further through the set with your rotations. We've got 2 more to go. Breathe in, reach and look at the arm. Breath out, rotate. Keep the arm in view. Again, a lot of the time we tend to let the arm go too far down and we lose the feeling of thoracic stretch. Breath in, hold, and breath out, release. Last time. Breath in, engage, reach the arm, breath out, twist. Breath in, hold. And then on the release, we're crossing our arms over. We're going to raise our leg up into hip abduction. And we go hip extension, hip flexion, extension and flexion, extension and flexion, extension and flexion. For 4 and flex and 3. So this is isolated movement of your leg. No other part of your body should be moving when you are doing your hip flexion, hip extension. On this one, we keep it extended. We circle from the hip. 8, 7, 6, 5. Toes should be pointed. 4, 3, 2, and reverse. 4, 8, 7. We're definitely feeling this now in the muscles around the hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release with a recovery quadricep stretch. Heel to bottom, knee back, a little bit of a pelvic tilt should you wish for a slightly deeper stretch. Moving from quad stretch to mermaid reverse. So we've got external rotation, internal rotation. You might feel you need to sit on a block with this. The hard stretch goes the way we're already bent. and the easy stretch. We've got loads of space over. The arms are important. Elbow stays long. So this is about spine flexion. This is shoulder extension when you stick your arm up into the air. You're maintaining your shoulder extension as you go into lateral flexion. That just means sideways flexion with your spine. So your arm goes up into the air and then you move your spine. You're trying not to move your arm out of that extension position. This is our last one, and then we shall be working on some really lovely, tricep dips. So we're seated with our knees bent. Your fingers should point towards your bottom and your arms are behind you. You're going to bend your elbows, that will lower your body weight down, and straighten and bend and straighten and bend and straighten. If this feels too easy, which it may well do for some of you, your body's lifted, you still bend and straighten and bend and straighten and bend and straighten. What you don't do is this with your bum, because this is cheating. This is no bending of your arms at all. You could probably do this all day. Okay, 2 more. And then last one, releasing into your slump stretch. Ankles crossed over, spine flexed, allowing your back to stretch out and also your hips to stretch out. If this leg position doesn't suit you, you can have your feet apart for your slump stretch. We'll hold for one more cycle of breath in and out before releasing, coming to 4-point kneeling. Okay, we're going to practice those lovely strong legs that we did a little bit earlier in the session. So with your pelvis and spine in neutral in your 4-point position, your core muscles engaged. Step back with one leg, flex the foot, tighten the thigh, clench your bottom, and then step back with your opposite leg, clenching your thighs, clenching your buttocks, push the mat away from you. We're going to hold the position. Breathing as you hold it. Keep it strong. Can we count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big stretch for the shoulders. Push up and back. Make the shape of an upside down letter. V for victory, or you could pretend you're a triangle. Both of those things work equally well. In your triangle or your V position, we'll walk hands towards the feet. If you need to bend your knees when you do that, that is fine. Rolling up to standing, and then once we are standing, we're going to do some arm work with weights. It's like Blue Peter. Here's the set of weights I prepared earlier. So holding your weights in front of you, we open and close, and open and close, and open and close, and open and close. For 4, and close, and 3, and close. We've got a nice little bit of horizontal shoulder abduction going on here. Last one, and then when we close, lower your arms, bend your elbows 1, and straighten, bend 2, and straighten, bend 3, and straighten, bend 4, and 5. We're going to have the best arms ever, beautiful strong arms. And 7, and 8, hold them there, shoulder press, up 1, down, up 2, and down, up 3, and down, up 4, and down, up 5, and down, and 6, and 7. Hold up on the last one, and we go slowly for the count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Upright row, hands underneath your shoulders, your chin I should say, leading with your elbows for 5 more, and 4, and 3, and 2, last one, and then we're releasing those weights. Well done everyone. Let's stretch it out. Link your arms, lower your head, separate your shoulder blades, stretching into your upper back. Release the upper back stretch, Tricep stretch, one hand in between your shoulder blades. Push your arm towards the back of your head, or if your shoulders move like that, interlink your fingers for your tricep stretch. Remember to lift your head up really nice and straight, and then we will reverse that stretch and do the same stretch on the opposite arm. So you push the arm, or if your arms work that way, you link them, but your head needs to be beautifully tall and straight. So it's really tempting sometimes just to keep your head forwards here once you've got your arm up into the air. We're releasing for chest stretch, hands are behind, elbows are straight. And then we're going to close with a nice deep breath in. Full body stretch to the ceiling, releasing down. Give yourself a tap. That was wonderful. Well done. I hope you had lots of fun.